Alrighty. So this is going to be very interesting. This is the first voiceover I've done, but we are in Sims 4 today, working on a build based on the picture we just saw. Sped up quite a bit though, as it is a speed build, but it seems to be going pretty good. Here I'm just trying to build the walls, the very basic outline of it. There are a few parts that I had taken out, such as the walk-in closet. I didn't feel like it was necessary for them. It's hard to do in The Sims 4. And then I ended up adding them in later on as I found a couple of pieces that I liked. Oh, yeah. But I had found a couple of pieces that I liked and I put it into a walk in closet. You'll see that in a little bit. This part was harder, not because it was like trying to get the basic shape, but the shapes were weird. It was like sticking out, sticking out, sticking out, and like multiple times just sticking out over and over and over again. Just very, very frustrating, I said. But I made it work in the end, and it worked out fine. So here I decided that I was going to restart and then not keep the other part of it in, so that way I could shorten it up. But I had a hard time because I kept messing up and just making it way, way too big. So here's where I was going to have the breakfast nook style and the kitchen. There's also supposed to be a back patio type thing. I think I tried something different with that, and I trimmed the whole house up a little bit. So there is a bathroom, and the bathroom sticks out a little bit weird because it's connected to the master bedroom. So, yeah. I always do this weird thing where I move like one part of the wall so that way it'll let a lot of light in so that way I can see what it's actually doing with the lighting and with the size of it, and I can see inside to make sure I enjoy the shape of it and how it looks for that moment in time. So it got a bit of a struggle at first because I'm trying to figure out how I can do it and then also make the kitchen part because I didn't bring it in enough. And then I eventually just started like removing random parts of it that I didn't need to remove. So, things happen, I guess. But eventually I got it fixed up and it looked a bit nicer. I think I just decided to make like a separate room and then just delete part of the walls. Yeah, so here's me just adding in a second room basically to make the kitchen so I can bring it out a little bit like it was needed to be. I could have made an extra wall and then just deleted part of the wall, but I decided I was going to do it in a very complicated way because why would you not make it very, very complicated? So then here I'm just deleting the random parts of the wall that I didn't get beforehand. And it didn't take long, but it also helped me contribute to the idea that was necessary. I had to keep pulling out my phones that way I could check on the base build for it, but it ended up working out pretty nicely. I'd like to think that it worked out pretty well. But here's me just trimming up the house a little bit. And I can't remember what stairs I used, but I had a lot of CCs in here at the time, and then I removed them all because I was tired of having way too many build CCs. But, well, I really didn't use them. And then after that, I was deciding sort of what I was going to do. A lot of the CCs that I used in here are for Rustic Romance, which is a pack made by, I believe, the Teapot Society or the Teabag Society. I can't remember. But I also used Pufferhead stuff and a couple other ones. I think I used a lot of stuff from Illogical Sims. He's one of my favorite creators to look for build mode stuff because he makes a lot of good, really good like packs and stuff like that, or like mod packs. I think I'm gonna try and remember what the links were, and I'll put them in the description so that way you guys can go and get the packs that I use after me dumbing all the things down. I don't have as many CCs as I used to have in them because I I ended up having some very random ones from a skin pack I got, and it was not a very good sight, I guess. Here, I believe I'm building the bathroom and the laundry room, or at least trying to get the layout of the bathroom and the laundry room. I think I did window everything in this video. I'm not quite sure. The main part of this was trying to get the idea of what I wanted, because originally for the laundry room there was going to be some random like long hallway between it, and I was like, I can't fit a door back here, and the laundry room is such a strange shape, like, so I just stuck a bookshelf in there and decided that that's what I was going to have there, and I didn't even put a wall behind it. But yeah, as you can see, the laundry room is a bit of a weird shape. I eventually turned it into a bit of a laundry room, like mother escape room, so that way she could just get out of there and, like, you know, ignore her duties for a little bit whenever her husband's being annoying or something. So right there, basically what I was going to do, I was going to make a giant patio, because I love the idea of patios. I think I I left the build itself for a while after I got the patio done, and then eventually just started adding flowers and things like that, because I wanted it to be like a crazy gardening mother in here, and I wanted it to be very sweet, and I wanted, because I have island living, I wanted the mother to be an islander. So I was gonna have it where like there's gonna be certain elements from the islands and things like that. So it can be like she married some random dude who was all like, "I respect your island stuff," real sweet, real nice, things like that. I just really enjoyed the idea of that as making the entire story in my head before I even got to do the playthrough. If you guys want me to do a playthrough, do let me know, so I'm not just like doing a playthrough randomly or not doing a playthrough at all. I really enjoyed doing a playthrough with this giant house I've built. I don't even remember what the price on it is, because I haven't finished the furnishing at all yet. So I decided to do it in two parts, which is one's going to be the husk of it in the outside building, then the other part was going to be the inside, the interior, what I'm doing for that. I think I got into a little bit of interior on here, but my files kept corrupting, and I was like, I'm not going to have it sped up to in 2 hours or 3 hours worth of video compressed into that, because I feel like it's already a bit jumpy for you guys and hard to follow. I tried to do it in a nice, like, angular thing for the front patio entrance, and I realized that it was offset, which I didn't mind. I'm like, you know what, there's an office on one side. Um, the rooms are a little bit strange whenever I did the decorating for them, because I did add a lot of walls and like random elements. I'm like, I basically made it like their own thing instead of just leaving it how it was and then trying to go from there. The roofing, I'd say, was probably the strangest part to do, because I don't really pay attention to roofing in some of my builds. Oftentimes I just forget the roof because it's so weird and long, and just the roof I'm actually kind of proud of. I redid it like 2 times at least. I can't even remember how many times I redid it. This part right here was the hardest part to do, though, was trying to get that roof just for that small part on the entrance, because I couldn't get the dimensions correctly, or like look at it and get it correct. So I had to back it up a bunch, do the whole 9 yards. I think I eventually removed the front part and just left it a little bit of an open. It was supposed to be like a closed patio and all that, but I did not do a closed patio. I just didn't like the shape of it, so I removed it. And I ended up just doing an open back patio. I think I might have done an open front patio because I couldn't line up the things, the sides properly. As you can see, they overlap each other a little bit, so I could make it at least look a bit blendy. There, I left that roof on because I thought it was nice right there, and I was like, I'm not just gonna leave a naked roof right there. I thought about doing a sunroof in certain parts of this, but I was like, eh, who needs a sunroof in their kitchen? How many people would say, yeah, I need a sunroof in my kitchen? I thought about doing a sunroof in general, but I thought like maybe I could fit a gazebo somewhere and then do the sunroof in the gazebo. But otherwise, I wasn't too worried about it. And here was me trying to figure out how I was going to do it. I was like, oh, I could do this, I could do that, I could do a whole bunch of things. And I just decided I was going to do an open thing. And I've noticed that I start doing a lot more open areas if there's fencing instead of just a whole bunch. I tried to do them about 4 blocks away, and if there wasn't 4 blocks, and I'd do it more just because it was nice. And it ended up being pretty even in how it ended up at the end. So I was really proud of that. And I think this is where I got distracted and started putting all of the flowers and the plants inside of here. And here's the flooring. I really liked this flooring. I was going to originally do like a nice patio around area, but I realized that the house is a bit too big to do that. So I decided that I was just going to plainly uh, do a couple blocks and sort of like, the in between so she can go in and, trim the flowers and things like that. Ended up not even paying attention to that. Later on, I added in some white flowers in between. There, now you can see it, but I added in the white flowers because I thought it added a nice contrast, like they were grown together and sort of blended together. Went in and I fixed it up a bit, just made it a little bit more messy instead of neat and all, treaty. Put a little bit more white in the front, just so it can be a nice contrasty thing. I wanted to add different colors, and I noticed that the leaves on the plants are different shapes, which I thought was kind of cute, so I left it. And yeah, I don't even think I added a front lot flooring style till the actual interior design. I think I went with a nice wood though, and these ones I think are either from a pack or a Mushino pack, which I think I went in and I completely got rid of that and I did a new one. Yeah, so these ones are from The Sims Mushino. I can't remember what it's called, but it's from that, and I really love those windows. I eventually changed them because I realized that I was placing them in a weird way, so they would lay properly. And I think I put some doors in, so that way it could be like an entryway onto the patio. I'm still contemplating whether or not I want to have like separate patios where you can step out onto the patios. And I decided I wasn't going to. I originally fixed the problem with what was happening there, which is whenever the windows would overlay. And how I did that was I just clicked on the window and it was fine and it didn't lay over each other. But yeah, I think I went in and I fixed it, and instead of having the hoopty windows, I can't really tell what I want to call them right now. I fixed it up and I put like a door in there and things like that, and it looked really nice. I think I'm gonna fix them later as well whenever I finish up the interior design because I think I went in and I did something else with them. Here you can see me putting in the doors, which I really like the Sims Machino stuff. It adds so many cool things. I prefer to like use them in City Living, of course, because City Living is one of the best packs. I'd say just because of all the things it adds in. But here you can see me adding in the windows for the bathrooms. I think I have one bathroom in there. I need to add in another one. I think I'm going to turn the office, instead of having it as an office, into a bathroom. So that way there's not just one bathroom in a place where it's like shouldn't be a bathroom. Or at least a bathroom that nobody else can get to. So I think we're gonna have about 2 bathrooms in here, or I'm gonna try and do 3 if I can fix the layout up, or at least have like 2 bathrooms and a powder one, or like 2.5 baths, because it's originally supposed to have like 3 bathrooms, and it does not have 3 bathrooms, which that's fine, but It'd be nice to have a lot more bathrooms instead of just one that you have to go through somebody else's room, and then somebody else's breezeway to get to somebody else.